A small earthquake just shook the Las Vegas area, and for thousands of people across the city, it was a sudden reminder that even the entertainment capital of the world isn't immune to natural disasters. Residents from Summerlin to Henderson reported feeling shaking Thursday afternoon after a magnitude 3.8 earthquake struck just west of Las Vegas near the Red Rock Canyon area. Initial reports briefly listed the quake as a 4.1 before officials revised the magnitude downward. And while there are currently no reports of major injuries or serious damage, the earthquake has sparked fresh concerns about seismic activity in Nevada and whether Las Vegas could someday face a much larger event. Today, we're breaking down exactly what happened, where the earthquake hit, why Nevada is actually more seismically active than many people realize, and what experts are now warning about possible aftershocks in the coming days. So let's get into it. The earthquake struck Thursday afternoon at approximately 1:47 p.m. local time. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the epicenter was located west of Las Vegas near the Red Rock Canyon and Summerlin South areas. For many residents, the shaking came completely out of nowhere. People across the Las Vegas Valley reported feeling buildings sway, windows rattle, and furniture shake for several seconds. Some people initially thought it might have been heavy construction or an explosion before realizing it was actually an earthquake. Others described hearing a low rumbling sound right before the shaking began. And because Las Vegas isn't usually associated with earthquakes the same way California is, the event immediately caught attention across social media. Videos started appearing online showing lights shaking inside homes, office workers reacting in confusion, and people rushing outdoors after feeling the tremor. According to Fox Weather, the USGS received more than 2,500 public reports from people who felt the quake. That's a significant number for a quake of this size. Now, to be clear, a magnitude 3.8 earthquake is considered relatively minor compared to the devastating earthquakes that hit places like California, Japan, or Turkey. Most earthquakes in the 3 to 4 magnitude range are strong enough to be felt, but usually don't cause widespread destruction. And fortunately, that appears to be exactly what happened here. As of now, officials say there are no immediate reports of major injuries, collapsed buildings, or serious structural damage anywhere in the Las Vegas area. But the quake still created anxiety because Las Vegas sits in a region many Americans don't realize is actually geologically active. According to experts, Las Vegas lies within what's known as the Basin and Range Province, a massive geologic region where the Earth's crust is slowly stretching apart. That stretching creates numerous active faults throughout Nevada and the surrounding Southwest. Unlike California, which is dominated by the San Andreas Fault system, Nevada's seismic activity is spread across many smaller faults. And surprisingly, Nevada is actually one of the most earthquake-prone states in America. In fact, Nevada experiences thousands of small earthquakes every year. Most are too weak to be noticed. But occasionally, stronger quakes strike and remind people that the region is constantly shifting beneath the surface. Earlier this year, Nevada experienced a much stronger 5.7 magnitude earthquake near Silver Springs that was felt across multiple parts of the state. And just weeks later, another 4.7 magnitude quake struck near Alamo, Nevada. So for some experts, this latest Las Vegas earthquake isn't necessarily shocking. Instead, they see it as part of broader ongoing seismic activity across the state. Now, one reason this earthquake attracted so much attention is because of where it happened. Las Vegas is one of the most heavily visited cities in the United States. Millions of tourists visit the city every month. And images of casinos, massive hotels, and crowded entertainment venues immediately raise concerns whenever seismic activity happens nearby. People online quickly began asking, what would happen if a much larger earthquake struck directly beneath Las Vegas? Would the city's mega-resorts be prepared? Could the Strip handle a major seismic disaster? Those are serious questions. And fortunately, modern Las Vegas buildings are designed with earthquake safety in mind. Most newer resorts and casinos are built using updated engineering standards meant to withstand seismic shaking. However, experts still warn that a significantly larger earthquake could cause widespread disruption depending on the location, depth, and intensity of the event. The USGS later downgraded the quake from an initial preliminary reading of 4.1 to 3.8 after further analysis from seismic monitoring stations. That's actually very common during earthquakes. Early readings often change slightly as scientists gather more accurate data from multiple sensors. Officials also reported that the earthquake occurred at a relatively shallow depth, only a few miles beneath the surface. Shallow earthquakes are often felt more strongly because the energy has less distance to travel before reaching the surface. That's one reason so many people across the valley noticed it immediately. Meanwhile, seismologists are now monitoring the possibility of aftershocks. According to forecasts cited by local media, there's roughly a 33% chance of another magnitude 3.0 or greater aftershock occurring within the next week. Now, aftershocks are completely normal following earthquakes. They happen because the Earth's crust continues adjusting after the initial rupture. Most aftershocks are smaller than the original quake, but occasionally, stronger follow-up tremors can happen. That's why emergency officials are reminding residents to stay prepared and know basic earthquake safety procedures. And honestly, this event is also exposing how many people simply don't know what to do during an earthquake. Experts say the safest action is drop, cover, and hold on. That means getting low to the ground, protecting your head and neck, and taking cover beneath sturdy furniture if possible. Running outside during shaking can actually increase the risk of injury from falling glass, debris, or collapsing objects. Emergency agencies also recommend keeping basic disaster supplies ready at home, including water, flashlights, medication, and backup phone chargers. Because even relatively moderate earthquakes can sometimes knock out utilities or damage infrastructure temporarily. Another major reason this story spread so quickly online is because earthquakes always create a strange emotional reaction. Even small ones can feel terrifying. Unlike storms or hurricanes, earthquakes arrive without warning. One second, everything feels normal. The next second, the ground is moving beneath your feet. That sudden unpredictability is what makes them so unsettling psychologically. And for many Las Vegas residents, this may have been the first earthquake they've ever personally experienced. Social media reactions range from panic to humor. Some users joked that the shaking felt like Vegas trying to wake everyone up. Others posted videos from casinos where slot machines and hanging lights appeared to sway during the tremor. Meanwhile, tourists staying in high-rise hotels described feeling the buildings gently rock for a few seconds. Fortunately, the event appears to have ended without major tragedy, but it has definitely sparked new conversations about Nevada's earthquake risk. Because while California usually dominates discussions about earthquakes, Nevada is actually the third most seismically active state in America behind Alaska and California. That surprises many people. And scientists say the state's geology means earthquakes will continue happening regularly for the foreseeable future. The good news is that most of them remain relatively small. Still, experts continue studying fault systems throughout southern Nevada to better understand the region's long-term seismic risks. And events like this one serve as important reminders that preparation matters, even in places not traditionally associated with major earthquakes. Now, investigators and geologists will continue analyzing Thursday's quake over the coming days. More data could emerge about the precise fault movement, depth, and potential aftershock activity. But for now, officials say the Las Vegas Valley appears to have avoided serious damage. And honestly, that's probably the biggest takeaway here. Because earthquakes can become catastrophic incredibly fast depending on size and location. This time, Las Vegas got lucky. A moderate quake, minimal damage, no confirmed fatalities, and hopefully, just a temporary scare for residents and tourists alike. Still, for a few tense moments Thursday afternoon, one of America's busiest cities was reminded that nature can interrupt normal life at any second. So now I want to hear from you. Did you feel the earthquake in Las Vegas or nearby areas? And do you think cities like Las Vegas are truly prepared for a much larger earthquake someday? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay tuned for more breaking news and major stories happening across America right now.